Hello and welcome to MichMusic Now. We're here in my back house in Southern California. I'd like to introduce you to my new wall. Here it is, right here. Knock on wood. And I love it. I hope you love it too, because you might see it again. It's kind of new. Thank you to Jack and Barry for putting it up for me. It's actually a flooring, and now it's a wall. Buddha is here today. Not sure if he'll be here all the time, but he's here today. We have a plant for you. And also the piano is here today, and we're going to talk about the piano. Specifically, we're talking about piano technique. Now, normally I am not a super technique-y person. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not really specifically working on technique or teaching technique per se. But I will say that it does come up in lessons fairly often, especially with certain people. I mean, they really have some habits that they need to correct. And these things are not things you want to brush off. You don't want to be thinking, oh, it's just jazz. As long as I play a good amount of sharp 11 chords, that's all I need. Not true. These things that I'm going to talk to you about can really up your game a lot. Especially the very last thing I want to talk about, which is like a secret magic trick or something. It will take your piano playing from average, good average, to wow, really lovely and really primo. So we'll get to that toward the end. First of all, a technique tip. Don't hug the piano. You can be nice to it. You can love it, say nice things to it. You could kiss it if you want to, but don't hug it. What I mean by that is you don't want to get in so close that your wrist starts to do weird things. We don't like the boat shape of the wrist. We don't like the arch shape of the wrist. We want the wrist to be pretty much just straight, if anything, a slight curve. It's not going to serve you well to have the wrist doing something weird. It won't feel good in the long run, and it kind of looks weird, okay? So I think the reason a lot of people do get into this sort of hugging the piano and then their wrist gets goofy like this is that they get into sort of a, let me find the flat 9. I know it's here somewhere. Where's that? I gotta have the flat 9. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So you become a little bit of a mad scientist in your thinking and, just pondering so much the keyboard. You're going to have to get in the habit of moving your butt back. That is the remedy, is just to move your butt back a little bit, okay? Not forward, because that's naturally going to do weird things to your wrist. Move it back. Tip number 2 is this. When you go to play the piano, don't do this. A lot of people will begin just like this, and look what's happening. Shoulder is up, elbows are out. And what we want is not shoulders up and not elbows out. We want shoulders down comfortably, not pressed down, just, relaxed, like you just came back from your Pilates class. So you feel your core, you feel good posture, you feel your back muscles. Like your whole body's involved in piano playing for sure, but it's from a sort of core base. It's not on an individual muscle group's base, and we certainly don't want things tight. And some people are just in a real habit moving these elbows out as soon as they go to play. Don't do it. Just don't do it. The better way to go is just to lift normally and just get like this. Get perpendicular to the piano as a starting point, and you'll be good to go. Okay, the last thing I want to share with you is the secret ingredient in the soup. And that is this. It's your baby finger. We want your piano chords to sing. We want them to ring. We want them to, it don't mean a thing. No, we don't have to think of song rhymes, I guess. We do want it to sing, and it's all about this person. And yeah, you got to strengthen the muscle in this for sure. And there are exercises for that at the piano. Any classical teacher can, probably refer you to some specific books for that. But, you really don't need to do like Pilates for the finger or anything like that. But you do need to strengthen it, and it starts with awareness. And if you're left-handed, I'm sorry, but right now you're right-handed, okay? If you're going to play piano, you're going to be right-handed because the melody is going to be toward the top, 95% of the time. And when you play chords, you're basically playing a melody as the top note of your chords. So you just need a lot of strength in this. Your first point is awareness, as I said. So here's a chord. Here's how loud I'm playing the top note. Here's how loud I'm playing the underneath notes. Listen to it again now, all together. Okay? That is what makes the chords sing and ring. I can't tell you how many hours of my life I've spent just on touch. Because it's tricky at first, but once you start to practice that way regularly and having an awareness of it, you're going to be so glad. You're going to be so glad you did, because when you go back and listen to Oscar Peterson or Keith Jarrett or Bill Evans or Larry Goldings or any number of really beautiful piano players, you're going to start to notice, wow, she's right. The piano top note really sings out over the rest of the chords. Okay, so that's it for now. Wishing you the best, and we'll see you next time. Bye.